Hello guys, thanks for being here with me. Today I'm going to share with you my perspective on one of the very common challenge that all of us go through day in and day out is how to handle the feeling of overwhelm. Now, when we overwhelm, right, we have so many things on the plate, we have a tendency to go crazy and not grounded. So the question is how to handle that. So this is my way of dealing with it. I'm doing it for myself, and this is what I would tell my clients. So the first things, and this is going to be parallel to the video that I made in the past of the 4 steps to deal with the feeling. Overwhelm is one of the feelings that you have. First, you got to deal with the emotional aspect, right? 1 is to acknowledge that you're overwhelmed. 2 is to assess it and then accept it for what it is. Put a full stop to it. Don't make a long ass story why you're overwhelmed, blah, 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 because that's just going to spiral you downward. 3, give yourself time. And this is important. And it's hard to do this when you're overwhelmed, because when you're overwhelmed, you feel like you don't have time, you don't have energy, I don't have anything. Make that time for yourself. That is the immediate first thing that it's important for you to do, is create a space and time for you to process that overwhelm. Right? And we talked about a different way to process. EFT is one of the ways, what I've taught you in the past. And 4 is to make sure that if there's a core issue behind the overwhelm, you wanna shift it and let it go for good. So then after you deal with that, then you can be in a place of center and peace and grounded. You come back to yourself. Because when you feel overwhelmed, you feel like different version of yourself, right? Everything can just tick you off. Everything can just get you off center. So the first goal is to get yourself back to center, have a sense of who you are. Okay, so I'm back. Then you can deal with the logistical aspect of it. You can deal with the strategy aspect of it. Because if you're not feeling grounded and try to come up with strategy, you're going to be all over the place. So your strategy may not be that effective and efficient. So when you're in that place, like, okay, so maybe I have 10 things that is not serving me. So what is my strategy? Which I'm going to take off, which I'm going to do. So it's important. Before you deal with strategy, you got to deal with emotion first. And that's the one piece that most people are missing, because you're trying to deal an emotional problem with strategy. I mean, it worked for short term, but long term, you got to deal with the inside first. So then your action could be more effective. So with that being said, if you are feeling overwhelmed with something that you know, I hope this going to give you some simple steps how to deal with that, how to get back to yourself first, and then come up with a strategy. And maybe in the future, I'm going to share with you some of the strategy of how to streamline your energy and time that I've learned over the year for myself and for my clients. With that, my friend, thank you for being here. And as always, you've got love, and sending you a big, big hug from Hawaii. And I'm actually on the top of my roof today. It's a beautiful day out. Okay, aloha.